There's a strange moment that happens to almost everyone at some point in life. You finally get the thing you worked so hard for. The promotion, the relationship, the money, the new house, the recognition. For a moment, it feels incredible. You think to yourself, this is it. This is what happiness feels like. And then, something strange happens. Days pass. Weeks pass. And the feeling fades. Not completely, but enough that you begin chasing the next thing. Another goal, another milestone, another upgrade to your life. And quietly, almost without noticing, happiness becomes something that always lives just a little bit in the future. If I just reach this next level, then I'll finally feel fulfilled. But what if the reason happiness keeps slipping away is because we've been looking for it in the wrong place all along? The happiness illusion from the moment we're young. We're taught a very specific formula for happiness. Work hard, achieve success, acquire things. Build the perfect life. And to be fair, these things do matter. Success can make life easier. Comfort matters. Stability matters. But there's a hidden psychological effect called hedonic adaptation. It means that human beings are incredibly good at getting used to things. The dream job eventually becomes just a job. The dream house becomes the place you leave dishes in the sink. Even extraordinary moments become normal. Your brain recalibrates. And suddenly, what once felt like the finish line becomes your new starting point. That's why people who seem to have everything can still feel empty. Because happiness was never meant to be something you arrive at. It's something you practice. The first truth. Happiness is not a destination. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. You believe that once you reach the peak, you'll finally feel complete. So you push harder than everyone else. You sacrifice time, relationships, experiences. Finally, exhausted but proud, you reach the summit, and the view is beautiful. But after a while, you realize something. The moment isn't permanent. Eventually you have to climb down. Life isn't lived on mountaintops. It's lived on the trail. True happiness comes from learning how to walk the trail with presence. Not rushing it, not constantly looking ahead, but actually experiencing where you are. And that brings us to the second truth. The second truth. Meaning creates happiness, not pleasure. Pleasure feels good, but it fades quickly. Meaning, on the other hand, creates something deeper. Think about the moments in life that truly matter. Helping someone when they needed it most. Laughing uncontrollably with friends. Holding someone you love. Working towards something difficult that matters to you. None of these moments are easy. Some are even painful, but they feel meaningful. And meaning creates a kind of happiness that doesn't disappear when the moment ends. Psychologists often describe this difference as pleasure versus fulfillment. Pleasure asks, how good do I feel right now? Fulfillment asks, does my life matter to me? The surprising truth is that the happiest people don't chase constant pleasure. They build lives filled with purpose, relationships, and growth. The third truth, happiness lives in connection. Human beings are deeply social creatures. One of the longest studies ever conducted on happiness. The Harvard study of adult development followed people for more than 80 years. Its conclusion was simple and powerful. The single strongest predictor of long-term happiness was strong relationships. Not wealth, not fame, not career success. Relationships. People who felt connected to others lived longer, were healthier, and reported greater life satisfaction. But connection requires vulnerability. It means letting people see the real version of you, not the polished one. And that can be terrifying. Yet it's also where the deepest joy in life is found. Because happiness multiplies when it's shared. The fourth truth. Gratitude rewires the brain. Our brains evolved to notice problems. Thousands of years ago, this helped humans survive. But today, it means our minds often focus on what's missing, what we don't have, what went wrong, what could be better. Gratitude interrupts that pattern. When you intentionally notice the good things in your life, even small ones, you begin training your brain to see abundance. Instead of scarcity, a warm cup of coffee in the morning, sunlight, coming through the window, a message from someone who cares about you. These things seem small, but life is mostly made of small moments, and happiness grows when we learn to notice them. The fifth truth: happiness requires letting go. One of the hardest lessons in life is this: you cannot control everything. People will disappoint you, plans will fail, life will change in ways you didn't expect. Suffering often comes from resisting reality. We cling to what should have happened, but peace comes from accepting what is. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means understanding that your happiness cannot depend on controlling the world. It comes from how you respond to it. The hidden secret after studying happiness for decades, psychologists keep returning to a simple realization: happiness isn't something you find once. It's something you build daily, through meaningful work, strong relationships, gratitude, presence, and growth. It's not loud. It doesn't arrive with fireworks. Often, it's quiet. It's the feeling of sitting with someone you love and realizing nothing else needs to happen for this moment to be enough. The final thought: at the end of life, people rarely wish they had worked more. They don't wish they had bought more things. They wish they had spent more time with the people they loved, taken more chances, appreciated the ordinary moments. Because in the end, happiness isn't hidden in some distant future. It's woven into the present moment. And the beautiful thing is, it has been there the entire time, waiting for you to notice it. What is happiness? Is it a destination we're all trying to reach? Or is it something more, ... elusive, more personal, more present? For the longest time, I thought happiness was this grand prize at the end of a long, hard race. I believed I had to achieve certain things, own certain items, or be a certain person to finally claim it. But the more I chased it, the more it seemed to slip through my fingers. It was like chasing the horizon. I was running, but I wasn't getting any closer. Then, one day, I just stopped. I stopped chasing, and I started looking. Not for some big, shiny concept of happiness out there, but for the small, quiet moments of joy. Right now, I realize happiness isn't a destination. It's a way of traveling. It's not something you find. It's something you create, something you notice, something you choose. It's in the warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of your morning coffee, the sound of rain against the window, a genuine smile from a stranger. These are not just fleeting moments. They are the very building blocks of a happy life. We often get so caught up in the big picture, the 5-year plans, that we forget to live in the only moment we truly have, the present. So, let's explore how we can stop chasing and start living. How we can cultivate happiness from within, starting today. One of the most powerful sources of happiness, and one that we often complicate, is love. I'm not just talking about romantic love, though that's certainly a big part of it. I'm talking about love in all its forms. The love for family, for friends, the love for a pet that greets you at the door like you're the most important person in the world. It's the love for your work, your passion, your community. Love is connection. It's the feeling of being seen, understood, and valued for who you are. And importantly, it's about giving that same feeling to others. When we act with love, whether it's by offering a listening ear to a friend or doing a small favor for a neighbor, we create ripples of positivity. These acts don't just make others feel good. They have a profound effect on our own well-being. They connect us to something larger than ourselves. Think about it. When was the last time you felt a genuine connection with someone? How did it make you feel? That warmth, that sense of belonging, that is a core component of happiness. Cultivating these connections, nurturing them, and making time for the people who matter is one of the most direct paths to a joyful life. But what about the love we show ourselves? Self-love is the foundation upon which all other love is built. It's not selfish, it's essential. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and forgiveness you would offer a dear friend. It's about setting boundaries, honoring your needs, and celebrating your own worth, independent of anyone else's approval. For years, I was my own harshest critic. I believed that being hard on myself was the key to improvement. But all it did was create a constant state of anxiety and unhappiness. learning to love my self-flaws, and always a game changer. It meant accepting that I am a work in progress, and that's perfectly okay. It meant celebrating small victories and being gentle with myself after setbacks. This shift in perspective didn't just make me happier. It made me a better friend, a better partner, a better person. Because when you're filled with love from within, you have so much more love to give to the world. Now let's talk about chances. Life is constantly presenting us with opportunities, big and small. These are the chances to learn, to grow, to change direction, to say yes to something new and scary. How often do we let fear hold us back? The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of the unknown. We stay in our comfort zones because they're familiar, even if they're not making us happy. But true growth, and the happiness that comes with it, almost always lies just outside that zone. Taking a chance isn't about being reckless, it's about being brave. It's about believing in your ability to handle whatever comes next. Maybe it's starting that creative project you've been dreaming about. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting. Maybe it's striking up a conversation with someone new. Or maybe it's the chance to forgive someone, or to ask for forgiveness yourself. Each of these moments is a doorway to a different future. Every single day is a new chance. A chance to start fresh. You don't have to wait for a new year, a new month, or a Monday. You can decide right now to make a different choice. A choice that aligns more with the person you want to be and the life you want to live. Yesterday's mistakes do not have to define today's reality. We have the incredible capacity to learn and adapt. So, what if we saw every challenge not as a roadblock, but as a chance to become more resilient, more creative, more compassionate? What if we embraced uncertainty as the space where possibility lives? By reframing our perspective on chances, we empower ourselves to take an active role in shaping our own happiness. We become the author of our story, not just a character in it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. Finally, let's talk about peace. In our noisy, fast-paced world, peace can feel like an impossible luxury. We're constantly bombarded with notifications, deadlines, and the pressure to be always on, always productive. But peace isn't the absence of noise. It's the ability to find calm amidst the chaos. It's an internal state, not an external condition. You can be in the quietest room and feel turmoil inside, or you can be in the middle of a bustling city and feel a profound sense of inner calm. This is a peace of mind, and it is, perhaps, the most sustainable form of happiness. So how do we find it? It often starts with letting go. Letting go of the need to control everything. Letting go of grudges that are weighing us down. Letting go of comparing our journey to someone else's. This process of releasing what no longer serves us creates space for peace to enter. Finding peace also involves creating intentional moments of stillness in your day. This doesn't have to mean an hour of meditation, though that can be powerful. It can be as simple as taking 5 deep breaths before you start your car. It can be a 10-minute walk without your phone. It can be spending time in nature, just observing the world around you. These small acts are like deposits into your mental and emotional bank account. They build up a reserve of calm that you can draw upon when things get stressful. Peace is also about acceptance. Accepting things as they are, not as you wish they were. This doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It means you stop fighting against reality, which is a battle you can never win. When you accept the present moment, you can then make clear, conscious decisions about how to move forward. This acceptance is the ultimate key to unlocking a lasting sense of peace and contentment, which is the quiet, steady heartbeat of a truly happy life. So, happiness isn't one single thing. It's a beautiful, intricate mosaic made up of these different pieces. Noticing small joys, nurturing love and connection, bravely taking chances, and cultivating inner peace. It's not a finish line, it's the way you run the race. It's a practice, a daily choice. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. The goal isn't constant, euphoric bliss. It's about building a life that feels authentic, meaningful, and joyful, even with its inevitable ups and downs. It's about learning to be your own source of light. I hope this gives you some things to think about on your own journey. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more content. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What does happiness mean to you? Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.